What's going on, guys? So today's going to be a little bit different of a video. It's going to be a deck profile, but it's on MD Pro 3 because the Dracotails are not in Master Duel just yet. But when they do get added, this is one of the decks I'm going to be running. I have a Magistus build too, but this one looks fun. One thing is that this deck doesn't have very much synergy. The synergy it has, in quotations, is if you send Nephilim for the fusion summon of one of the Dracotail fusions, you can then just discard a card, special summon it, and then you can get Dispersion, which Dispersion can search out all of the gem cards. One of the things you're most likely going to be adding is Gem Knight Quartz, which can discard itself to set Brilliant Fusion. After you do this, you cannot special summon from the extra deck except for Gem Knight monsters, so you don't want to do that. Another thing to know is that if you sneeze too hard or if you touch the deck in any way, you will be locked into fusions, so you're not going to be going into links or synchros or anything like that. I just have them in here as a secondary, so these aren't really needed. We can go ahead and go through the deck. One thing to note is that this level 5 can fusion summon from the hand as a quick effect, so it can be used on your opponent's turn, and that does set up for a lot of disruption. All of the Dracotail monsters have a line of text saying if they're sent to the graveyard as fusion material, they can set a Dracotail spell trap from your deck, and some of them have additional effects where one pops a monster, one pops a spell trap, and one negates the face up the monster's effect. You can't use it reactively, you have to negate the effect before it activates. Anyway, we can go ahead and just go through everything. So for the Dracotails, you can run this at 3. I'm running it at 2, but I think running it at 3 is actually better. You can probably just set this to 1. The level 3, I'll go through why I did that as well. So for the stuff you're not going to be summoning Dracotail Pan, this is only for fusion material. However, you can destroy one monster on the field after you set the card it doesn't target, and it's just a really easy way to get a pop and get a spell trap. This one allows you to destroy a spell trap that's on the field, and then you can banish this card from your graveyard. Or no, you activate the effect, you put it back on the bottom of the deck, and then you add a Dracotail Spellcaster, I believe, to your hand. So that's just an easy way to recur the level 5. Level 5 allows you to quick effect fusion into a dragon or spellcaster monster, and its secondary effect is just to set a spell trap. It doesn't have an extra effect from that. Lucius is just the searcher. You normal special summon it, add a Dracotail monster, and then it sets a Dracotail spell trap. Nephilim is just in here for the discard, special summon, and then it can get your Gem Knight stuff going. Same thing with Quartz, same thing with Armadillo. All of these kind of work in tandem, and if you get one, you get the other, and you can pretty much just go from there. So you really can just run this at 3 and everything else at 1. You don't even need 2 hollow cores to actually make this work. It's just like a 3-1-1-1 ratio. It works just fine. 2 Fuelos because I have 2 Fuelos in Master Duel, so I'm putting 2 in. 1 Dracotail Muller. One of those. You can fusion one Dracotail fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from hand or field. This is a quick effect. You have to summon it first, so it's not the best. So I only need this at 1. Besides, there's ways to recur it, so you don't actually need it too much. And then this is the one that can negate a face-up monster effect on your opponent's side of the field. So this one's the monster effect. This is destroy spell trap. This is destroy a monster. Next, 3 Ash Blossom. 2 Max C. Ash Blossom does hurt this deck a little bit because everything adds or fusion summons from the deck, except for like the level 5. So Ash Blossom does hurt the deck, but if you actually get it to go off, then you can actually just completely steamroll. That 2 Dracotail allows you to add a Dracotail monster. Then if your opponent controls a monster, you can fusion summon 1 dragon or spellcaster. Now that does kind of suggest it has synergy with stuff like Mimigul, which I might try to look into that as well. So you can give your opponent a monster and then fusion summon with it, though there's not really much of a reason to. So I think that might not be worth it. 2 Dispersion. You can start with it and it'd be fine, but I like to search it anyway. So running 2 and not 3 just works. 3 Brilliant Fusion. This is using the TCG format, so that's why it says this is at 1. You can search it with Quartz. Quartz is only in here to search this. and you can continuously just discard with the Dracotail fusion. You can just add it back to hand, discard it on the next turn. I believe these are hard ones for turns. Yeah, got some recursion there, and it will allow you to just go into Brilliant Fusion, which does everything. And then Rahu Dracotail, I don't know if that's how to say this. This can fusion summon from hand, deck, or field. You cannot special summon except for fusions. Again, that happens with pretty much everything. This is just an easy way to fusion summon. One Gem Knight fusion, so you can send it off a Hollow Core. 2 Called Bys to interrupt the Ash Blossoms or the Max Seas. 1 Dracotail Horn. This allows you to bounce an attack position monster. Then if you have a Dracotail card in your graveyard of banishment, you can place it on the bottom of the deck and then draw 1 card. 2 Imperms. Imperm's a good card. 1 Dracotail Flame allows you to negate the effects of 1 face-up spell card on the field. And then again, if you have a Dracotail monster or a Dracotail card in your graveyard of banishment, you can put it on the bottom of the deck and then draw a card. And then I just added the third one of this in here just because that's so good to actually have. One thing to note is that these Dracotail monsters have this line of effect. You need 1 Dracotail monster and then 1 or more monsters in hand. This one's just 1 monster in hand. So if you have Fuwalos going first and you just like don't need it in your hand, instead of just like activating it and hoping your opponent like special summon something or you just get it out of your hand to begin with, it does allow you to just use Fuwalos as well, so you don't have to worry about it. We're going to go ahead and go through with the Dracotail stuff because that's the stuff that I am the haziest about. So for Dracotail Atharion, I think that's how to say the name. If this card is fusion summoned, you can target monsters on the field and or in any graveyard up to the number of materials used from the hand. Return them to the hand. If 2 or more monsters are sent to the graveyard at the same time while this card is in the graveyard, you can special summon it. This has the same effect as Grammel. This one has the same, like, if more monsters are sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this, but banish it when it leaves the field. This is just how you get recursion. You can obviously, like, interrupt your opponent's stuff if they want to synchro summon, sometimes fusion summon depending on what you're facing. Z summon, link summon, you can just return everything to the hand and you don't have to worry about that. Grammel, what this thing does is that when you activate a Dracotail card or effect, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy it. This is not hard to do as all of your Dracotail stuff has effects when they're sent to the graveyard. So you can kind of use this as like kind of spot removal. I'm running this at 2 because it definitely isn't as good as Altarion. So that's it for the Dracotail stuff. On to the Gem Knight stuff. I'm running 1 Gem Knight Master Diamond. During the main phase, you can send this card from your field to the graveyard, special summon up to 3 non-rock gem monsters with different names from your extra deck or graveyard, ignoring their summoning conditions. You cannot special summon from the extra deck except for fusion monsters the rest of this turn. Again, that doesn't really matter. Gem Knight Master Diamond. Oh wait, this is Master Diamond Dispersion, right? Okay, Master Diamond is gains 100 attack for each gem monster in your graveyard. Once per turn, you can banish 1 level 7 or lower Gem Knight fusion monster from your graveyard until the end phase. This card's name becomes that monster's original name. Also replace its effect with that monster's original effect. It's not super great, but if you get something in here like I think it's Ruby, right? And you can just like make it attack twice. Oh no, this one, no, it's not Ruby. It's one of the other ones that actually let you attack twice and then like you deal damage. You just get a whole lot of attack in. I just don't know which one that is. You can put that one in here if you're going for like an TK build, but I'm not. Next, Gem Knight Lady Rose. Once per opponent's turn, the first time a Gem Knight monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, it is not destroyed. When your opponent activates a monster effect, this is during your turn. You can banish 1 Gem Knight card and target 1 face-up card on the field and destroy it. Then you have Prismora. This is just send a Gem Knight card from your hand to the graveyard, target a face-up card and destroy it. If you have like Gem Knight cards for whatever reason in your hand, you can then just Prismara, destroy it, Master Diamond, banish Prismara, destroy another card. And then Sephironite allows you to just normal summon an extra time. If by some miracle you're not locked into a level or to fusions, this just allows you to protect all of your monsters with 2000 attack or more. SP Little Knight, you know, what this does. You can banish a card, or if they activate a card or effect, you can banish 2 cards on the field until the end phase. Gem Knight Phantom Quartz allows you to get Gem Knight card from your deck, and also allows you to fusion summon. That's not really too relevant. If you get Dispersion, you can then just fusion summon out Master Diamond Dispersion or any of the other ones. And Cross Sheep, you're going to be going into a lot of fusion summons, especially on the opponent's turn. So even if you are stuck into fusion summons, a lot of the time, if you can somehow get to Cross Sheep, you can just like fusion summon, special summon out the level 4 Dracotail Lucius, and then Dracotail allows you to search at the level 5, which can then just again fusion summon on your opponent's turn and return stuff to hand depending on what you have left in the deck. That is the deck that I'm going to be making in Master Duel. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'm actually kind of curious on what y'all think of how this would go. Again, I've played with it. It doesn't have too much synergy, but like it can pop off when it actually does go through without having like any interruptions. I mean, a lot of decks can kind of be said for the same, but this deck is pretty consistent. But anyway, yeah, that's the end of this video. Let me know what you guys think. Hope see you on the next one. Peace.